All right, buckle up for a tale that will send shivers down your spine. I'm Jake, a 30-year-old guy with a penchant for the unexplained. My life took a hairpin turn when I found myself stranded in a town that whispered secrets only to the bravest ears. The town, Grimhaven, lived up to its name. It was a place where shadows seemed to dance in corners, and the wind carried whispers of a dark history. I rolled into Grimhaven on a stormy night, seeking refuge from the downpour. The townsfolk eyed me with a mix of curiosity and wariness, as if they knew something I didn't. I checked into the only inn, a creaky place that felt like it hadn't seen a renovation since the Middle Ages. As I settled in, the innkeeper shot me a look that sent shivers down my spine. He leaned in, his voice barely audible over the howling wind outside, and warned me about the curse that hung over Grimhaven. Legend had it that a century ago, a coven of witches cursed the town after being wrongly accused of dark magic. The curse brought perpetual gloom, strange occurrences, and shadows that seemed to have a life of their own. Locals spoke of doors slamming shut on their own, ghostly apparitions that roamed the streets, and an otherworldly fog that swallowed the town whole. At midnight, being the curious soul that I am, I decided to dig deeper into Grimhaven's cursed history. The more I pried, the more unsettling stories I uncovered. Whispers of a forgotten graveyard hidden in the woods, where those who fell victim to the curse were said to rest eternally. It became clear that if I wanted to unravel the mysteries of Grimhaven, I needed to start my investigation there. One moonlit night, armed with a flashlight and a map I begged off the only librarian in town, I ventured into the foreboding woods. The trees seemed to lean in, their branches forming grotesque shapes against the moon. The silence was oppressive, broken only by the crunch of leaves beneath my boots. As I reached the heart of the forest, an ancient graveyard revealed itself. The tombstones were weathered, some almost illegible, but one caught my eye. It belonged to a woman named Elara, a name that had recurred in the tales I'd heard. The inscription hinted at her being the last of the accused witches. Suddenly, a cold gust of wind extinguished my flashlight. Panic set in as I fumbled for a lighter, and that's when I saw her, Elara, or what I assumed was her ghostly form, standing beside her weathered grave. Her eyes glowed an ethereal blue, and a mournful expression etched on her face. She spoke, her voice a melodic echo in the night. Elara shared the truth behind the curse. The witches were innocent, framed by a jealous rival with ties to the town's founding families. The curse was meant to expose the corruption that tainted Grimhaven. Determined to break the curse, I enlisted the help of a few locals who believed in redemption. We unearthed an ancient spell hidden in the town archives, a spell that required a sacrifice to lift the curse. It wasn't an easy decision, but the spirits of Grimhaven guided us to the one who needed to make the ultimate sacrifice. As the clock struck midnight, the townspeople gathered in the graveyard. The air thickened with anticipation as the chosen one recited the incantation. A blinding light enveloped Grimhaven, and for a moment, it felt like time stood still. When the light faded, the curse was lifted. The once gloomy town was bathed in the warm glow of dawn, and for the first time in a century, Grimhaven felt alive. The townspeople, now free from the shadows of the past, began rebuilding their lives. As for me, I left Grimhaven with a sense of accomplishment, knowing I had played a part in lifting a century-old curse. But every now and then, when the wind howls just right, I swear I can still hear the faint laughter of Elara, grateful for the peace we brought to the town she once called home.